The chief of the Islamic Revolutionary Guards in Iran has remained unyielding in the face of potential American military action following a drone assault on a base in Jordan that resulted in the deaths of 3 US servicemen. As the United States deliberates on a precise course of action, Iran's military leadership has made it clear that they are not intimidated by the prospect of conflict with the US. Major General Hussein Salami, the top commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guards, stated, "American officials have made some threats against Iran. Our message to them is that we faced each other before and know one another well. We do not ignore threats, nor do we seek conflict. But we are also not scared of engaging in one. This is a well-established fact." In light of the situation, it is anticipated that additional militias in Iraq, supported by Iran, will emulate Kataib Hezbollah's lead. Kataib Hezbollah, which is held responsible for the deadly drone strike on the American base, has announced a temporary cessation of hostilities against US forces in an effort to prevent further American military retaliation. This decision comes amidst pressures from Iran for de-escalation of hostilities. The UK's Defense Secretary, Grant Shapps, has traveled to the United States for discussions on the ongoing crisis, including the potential deployment of a British aircraft carrier to the Red Sea. This move could serve as a replacement for the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, which is nearing the end of its deployment. Meanwhile, Houthi forces have continued launching missiles at US naval vessels in the Red Sea, though no damages have been reported. Kataib Hezbollah, on its part, has declared a halt to its military activities against US forces, aiming to alleviate pressures on the Iraqi government. The group asserts its independence from Iran, though it's likely that other Iran-supported militias in Iraq will also cease operations, likely in coordination with Tehran. Kataib Hezbollah has absolved Iran of any involvement in the drone attack, suggesting that their military endeavors are autonomous and often at odds with Iran's stance against escalation. The group indicated that in the event of any aggressive moves by the US, they would adopt a defensive posture. This strategic pause in hostilities might be an attempt to shift the narrative, portraying the US as the aggressor should it retaliate. However, it also comes amid significant pressure from Iraq's Prime Minister, Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, for the militias to stand down, potentially easing the intense political pressure faced by President Joe Biden from domestic opponents urging a direct response against Iran. CIA Director William Burns has publicly attributed the root of the conflicts to Iran, emphasizing the threat it poses to regional stability through its proxy forces and nuclear ambitions. The US government has indicated that it will respond decisively to the attacks, with John Kirby, a national security spokesperson, suggesting that the attack bears the hallmark of Iranian-supported groups, including Hezbollah. The Houthi faction in Yemen has vowed to continue its assaults on US and British naval ships in the Red Sea, framing these actions as defensive measures, which raises concerns over potential disruptions to international trade routes. The UK, on its end, has expressed willingness to collaborate with the US in securing the Red Sea, potentially deploying one of its 2 aircraft carriers equipped with F-35 jets for combat operations. In the broader geopolitical context, UK Foreign Secretary David Cameron has been engaging in diplomatic efforts in Saudi Arabia, focusing on securing a humanitarian pause in Gaza and facilitating a significant prisoner exchange, while also discussing responses to Houthi attacks on maritime routes. These talks are part of broader efforts to stabilize the region and revive the Palestinian Authority post-conflict, with an eye towards a sustainable 2-state solution for Israel and Palestine.